विजडम, और प्रशासन चलता है विजडम के दम पे। बड़े बड़े ऑफिसरों ने माहौल को कंट्रोल किया। एनआरसी वाले मुद्दे पर अगर ऑफिसर्स बाहर, नेता तो कोई था नहीं, एनआरसी वाले मुद्दे पर सरकार के सामने सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम क्या थी? एब्सेंस ऑफ लीडरशिप। अगर लीडर हो तो आप लीडर को पकड़ ले, मूवमेंट रुक जाए। 1942 वाली हाल हो गई, नेता दिखाई नहीं पड़ रहा था कहाँ है। पब्लिक को तुम मार नहीं सकते। लखनऊ, वाराणसी, कानपुर, पूना, मुंबई, पब्लिक ही निकली ना, नेता कहाँ निकला? और पब्लिक को कितना मारोगे? तो सरकार के सामने बहुत बड़ी चैलेंज आ गया कि अब क्या करें। तो ब्यूरोक्रेसी ने संभाला। बरेली में 1.5 लाख लोग सड़क पे आ गए थे, 1.5 लाख। वहां के डीआईजी ने तुरंत इमाम को पकड़ा, इमाम को, और प्लेटफॉर्म पे ले आके खड़ा कर दिया। कहा इमाम साहब संभालो, नहीं तो जाओ। इमाम साहब ने संभाला, पीछे से सब टारगेट लेके बैठे। जब मारना है तो बहुत लोगों को मार डालेंगे। इमाम साहब ने संभाला 1 घंटा, फिर सबको घर भेज दिया, जाओ। तो एक सोच जो है ना, मजदूर के पास सत्ता आ तो गई लेकिन वो चला नहीं पाया। सोवियत वो चला नहीं पाया क्योंकि मजदूरों को एक मजदूर का मतलब वो आदमी जिसका कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर ही नहीं है। पूरी जिंदगी कॉन्सेप्ट का गेम है। कल मुझसे एक लड़का पूछ रहा था प्री निकालने के लिए कितना पढ़ना पड़ता है। सौ क्वेश्चन में सिर्फ 60 क्वेश्चन करने होते हैं बस। 120, 40 वो क्वेश्चन है जो आपको करना ही नहीं है। वो 60 क्वेश्चन जो आदमी निकाल लेगा कि कौन सा नहीं करना है, वो मेंस लिखेगा। और यूपीएससी क्वेश्चंस को ऐसे सेट कर दी कि हर दूसरे क्वेश्चन के बाद, तीसरे क्वेश्चन के बाद या तो बहुत टफ क्वेश्चन डाल देगी या बहुत इजी डाल देगी। पहला क्वेश्चन आपको आता है, दूसरा आता है, तीसरे में आप फंस गए, रुक गए आप वहां पे, दिमाग उलझा। फिर 10वें क्वेश्चन पे आप फंस गए, फिर आप 12वें क्वेश्चन पे फंस गए। तो अगर 10 बार आप उलझ गए, आपका पेपर गया। क्योंकि मन की एक आदत है, उसको जो आता है उस पर वो खुश नहीं होगा, जो नहीं आता है उस पर वो दुखी हो जाएगा। और यूपीएससी ऐसा बनाएगी क्वेश्चन कि तुम्हें लगेगा कि 2 ऑप्शनल एकदम सही हैं, तीसरे चौथे में तुम्हें डाउट हो जाएगा। वो डाउट करवाती इसीलिए है कि तुम उसी डाउट में उलझे रहो, और जो ज्यादा उलझा रह गया वो गेम से बाहर हो गया। एक बार तुम्हारा दिमाग उलझा, तुम गेम से बाहर। इसलिए तो प्रैक्टिस का बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंस है। प्रैक्टिस का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस है। दिमाग उलझने के बाद क्या होता है कि जो आते हुए क्वेश्चन है उसमें गलती हो जाती है। तुम हॉस्पिटल में देखो, जब लोग बहुत परेशान रहते हैं तो कुछ उल्टा सीधा वही कर डालते हैं। तो यूपीएससी का मानना है, सिविल सर्विस का, कि आदमी का दिमाग को उलझा दो किसी भी तरह से। और 90% उलझते हैं, मतलब ऐसा है ही नहीं कि ना उलझे। बहुत ऐसा लिंकन का दिमाग है, अंबेडकर का दिमाग है, तो मैं मानता हूं कि बड़ा सुप्रीम दिमाग रहा होगा, मतलब एक अजीब सा दिमाग रहा होगा। क्योंकि जिस आदमी को इतनी ऑड देखनी पड़े, ऑड, कदम कदम पे मुसीबत, कदम कदम पे आपको खाना मिल रहा है ना, रहना मिल रहा है, न्यूज़पेपर मिल रहा है, सब कुछ मिल रहा है, कहीं 2-4 दिन में एक समस्या आ जाती है? 10 दिन में, 20 दिन में, 50 दिन में कोई एक समस्या आ जाती है, लेकिन आपको वो एक समस्या हिला देती है। और जिस आदमी के सामने डेली समस्या है, फिर भी वो टॉप कर रहा है, पढ़ाई में अव्वल आ रहा है। मैं कैंसर के पेशेंट से मिला, मुझे पता नहीं था कैंसर का पेशेंट है। तो वो स्कीइंग कर रहा था कश्मीर में। तो जिस तरह से वो कर रहा था ना, उस तरह से अच्छे अच्छे केयर्स नहीं करते हैं। स्टीप उस पर चला जाता था एकदम, हल्का सा मिस किया तो गए। तो मैंने कहा आप स्कीइंग फेस्टिवल में पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं? कहा अरे यार स्कीइंग फेस्टिवल क्या होता, मैं तो मज़ा ले रहा हूँ। तो उनके साथ एक साहब और थे, हमने कहा बड़े बहुत बड़े खिलाड़ी हैं। बोला इनको 6 साल से कैंसर है और 6 साल से डॉक्टर एक ही बात कह रहा है कि बस 1 महीना और जिंदा रहोगे। बोले वो लास्ट फेज आ ही नहीं रही है। इतना विल पावर उस आदमी ने अपनी स्ट्रॉन्ग कर रखी है कि वो लास्ट फेज आ ही नहीं रही है। कैंसर का लास्ट फेज है अनकंट्रोल्ड सेल डिवीजन, मतलब उस पर फिर कीमो भी काम नहीं करती, फिर सारे मल्टी ऑर्गन फेलियर हो जाते हैं, आदमी मर जाता है। कीमो में आदमी को कोबरे का जहर दिया जाता है। कोबरा का जो जहर होता है वो कीमो में दिया जाता है, इसलिए आदमी का पूरी बॉडी काला पड़ जाती है कीमो के बाद। 100 पॉइंट दिया था, 100। तो जहर तो जहर है ना, वो तो नेगेटिव सेल को मारेगा तो पॉजिटिव को नहीं मारेगा, पॉजिटिव को भी मार देगा। 6 साल से डॉक्टर परेशान। कहा भैया इस साल में आते हैं, स्कीइंग करते हैं 6 महीना 3 महीना और ऐसे ही करते हैं। तो उस आदमी ने मुझसे कहा मैंने मूवी देखी आनंद, अमिताभ बच्चन और राजेश खन्ना वाली। कहा उस मूवी ने बड़ा इंस्पायर किया मुझे कि हम हंस के मरेंगे। तब से मर ही नहीं रहे, जब से ठान लिया कि हंस के मरेंगे तब से मर ही नहीं रहे। बड़ी अजीब सी खेल है, बहुत अजीब सा। बहुत अजीब सा खेल है। इसके घर से पैसा नहीं आता था, सैफिन, ये पहले अटेम्प्ट में IPS हो गया। जिनके माँ बाप ने दिल्ली में नौकर रख रखे हैं, गाड़ियां रख रखी, 2 नौकर। एक नौकर भैया का बैग उठा के कोचिंग आता है और दूसरा भैया का कपड़ा धोता है कमरे पे। भैया 3 साल से प्री दे रहे, हो ही नहीं रहा भैया। कभी 1 नंबर से रुक जा रहा, कभी 2 नंबर से रुक जा, पता नहीं, लेकिन भैया कहते यही हैं कि सर पॉइंट 1 से नहीं हुआ। पता नहीं क्या UPSC वालों भैया से दुश्मनी, और भैया पढ़ते बहुत है। 8 बजे भैया की क्लास होती है और 6:30 बजे नौकर आके आगे वाली सीट पे बैग रख देता है। भैया सब 8 बजे आते हैं सिगरेट उगरेट पी के, 8 बजे कोचिंग पहुंचते हैं, फिर वो एक सिगरेट खरीदते हैं गेट के बाहर, वहाँ खड़े होकर पूरा पीते हैं। तब भैया को निकोटीन अंदर जाती है तो भैया क्या वायरस एक्टिव होता है, तब भैया आगे क्लास में बैठते हैं। यहीं पे थे, प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी पूना थे 2 साल पहले। पीटी नहीं हो रहा, एक से एक लड़के सिंपल से लड़के आ रहे हैं, पीटी में सब निकाल के अपना चुपचाप चले आ। सब वही है, सारा खेल मन का है। अब वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री जिस कहानी को हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, उस कहानी की शुरुआत एक बहुत बड़ी घटना से होती है। कौन सी घटना? बताओ। मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री की शुरुआत एक बहुत बड़ी घटना से होती है। कौन सी घटना? इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन 1750। यहां से मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री की शुरुआत होती है आपके सिलेबस की। पहली बार मशीन एज की शुरुआत हुई और मशीनों ने हमें जितना कमजोर किया और निकम्मा बनाया, इस जो प्रेजेंट सभ्यता, इसकी विनाश का कारण क्या है? मशीन। हम इतने कमजोर हो गए अंदर से। डायबिटीज रेयर और केस में होती थी किसी को। मेरे पिताजी का ऑफिस 30 किलोमीटर था, तो गांव से वो 30 किलोमीटर साइकिल से आते थे सुबह और शाम को 30 किलोमीटर वापस जाते थे। 60 किलोमीटर की साइकिलिंग हो गई। अब किस जिम में जाने की जरूरत है? एक एक डिब्बा मिठाई खा जाते हैं अभी 80 ईयर्स के एज में। एक डिब्बा मिठाई पूरा खा जाते हैं। हमें सोचना पड़ता है कि यार शुगर ना बढ़ जाए। मशीन युग की शुरुआत हुई। मशीन, beginning of machine age, and when this machine age started, so it led to the change in economy, polity, society, etc. etc. इसने क्या किया कि एक न्यू ऑर्डर को पैदा किया। न्यू इकोनॉमिक ऑर्डर, न्यू पॉलिटिकल ऑर्डर, न्यू सोशल ऑर्डर, न्यू रिलीजियस ऑर्डर। अभी जब ये न्यू ऑर्डर पैदा हुआ, इसका ओल्ड ऑर्डर से झगड़ा हो गया। जैसे आज के युग के बॉस कौन है? कैपिटलिस्ट। लेकिन पुराने युग के बॉस कौन थे? फ्यूडल लॉर्ड्स। अब पावर और प्रिविलेज किसके पास थी? फ्यूडल लॉर्ड्स के पास। पैसा था कैपिटलिस्टों के पास, उनको भी प्रिविलेज चाहिए थी, तो इनसे छीनेंगे तभी तो प्रिविलेज मिलेगी। तो शुरू हुआ रेवोल्यूशन। तो पहला रेवोल्यूशन हुआ 1783, अमेरिकन रेवोल्यूशन। फिर दूसरा रेवोल्यूशन हुआ 1789, फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन। रेवोल्यूशन का सिंपल एक मतलब है, द वॉर बिटवीन ओल्ड ऑर्डर एंड द न्यू ऑर्डर। न्यू ऑर्डर वांट्स पावर एंड प्रिविलेज, ओल्ड ऑर्डर इज नॉट रेडी टू गिव। तो व्हेन यू आर नॉट रेडी टू गिव, देयर विल बी अ वॉर। फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन। फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन के बाद बड़े सारे छोटे बड़े रेवोल्यूशंस होते रहे, लेकिन उसके बाद जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट रेवोल्यूशन दुनिया में हुआ वो था 1917 का रशियन रेवोल्यूशन। इस रेवोल्यूशन ने पूरी दुनिया को हिला के रख दिया। रशियन रेवोल्यूशन, क्योंकि इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन के बाद, आफ्टर इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन, द कंडीशन ऑफ वर्किंग क्लास वाज वेरी पैथेटिक। आई टोल्ड यू व्हेन आई वाज डिस्कसिंग इन द फर्स्ट क्लास। अब एग्रीकल्चरल जो इकोनॉमी है और इंडस्ट्रियल इकोनॉमी, तो एग्रीकल्चर इकोनॉमी में वर्किंग आवर सनसेट। देयर इज नो एग्रीकल्चरल एक्टिविटी विच इज डन इन द नाइट। एग्रीकल्चरल एक्टिविटी, अब गन्ने में पानी डालना है, वो एग्रीकल्चरल एक्टिविटी नहीं है। लेकिन इंडस्ट्री में जो वर्किंग आवर है, डे एंड नाइट। यहां चिल्ड्रंस प्ले अ वेरी माइनर रोल। Childrens are the important victim. अठारह घंटे लोगों ने काम करना शुरू किया। कराए जाते थे 18 घंटे काम। बच्चों को कोल माइनों में डाल दिया जाता था, छोटे छोटे बच्चों को। माइन दब जाती थी, उसी में सब दब के मर जाते थे। एग्रीकल्चर प्रोवाइड्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट ओनली फॉर 3 months, मैक्सिमम 4 months इन अ ईयर। भाई आपने गेहूं लगा दिया, अब उसमें बार बार क्या करना है? जाके कुछ नहीं करना है। लेकिन ये तो पूरे साल चलेगी, 1 ईयर, 24/7, बंद करने की वजह ही नहीं। यहां जो मजदूर की कंडीशन थी वर्किंग क्लास की, वो बहुत क्रिटिकल। बहुत क्रिटिकल। मतलब अगर आप वो नॉवेल पढ़ें द टेल ऑफ टू सिटीज, तो देयर इज अ पॉइंट, देयर विल बी अ पॉइंट व्हेन यू विल स्टार्ट क्राइंग कि ये क्या हो गया यार। फिर इन मजदूरों ने रेजिस्ट करना शुरू किया। तो मैंने आपको बताया था लुडाइट मूवमेंट, याद है ना? लुडाइट मूवमेंट, लुडाइट वॉज अ लेबर लीडर इन ब्रिटेन। उसने कहा जब से ये कंपनियां शुरू हुई हैं तभी से हमारी मुसीबत बढ़ी है, इनमें आग लगा दो। उसने कहा इनमें आग लगा दो। लेकिन किसी चीज को मिटा देना उस समस्या का समाधान नहीं है। मुसलमानों को देश से बाहर निकाल दो, तब कल हिंदुओं को भी निकालना पड़ेगा। तब इस देश में सिख रहेंगे, जैन रहेंगे, मारवाड़ी रहेंगे जो कमा के दे रहे हैं। अगर मुसलमान नहीं कमा रहा तो हिंदू भी कहां कमा रहे हैं? एक दिन भर बीड़ी लिए बैठा, दूसरा तंबाकू बना रहा है। काम दोनों के पास नहीं है, पागल दोनों है। एक डॉक्टर अंबेडकर ने दलितों की तकदीर बदल दी। एक दलित गया मंदिर, डॉक्टर ने रोक लिया, कहाँ यार? अब बोले हाँ हनुमान जी की पूजा करा। हाँ जी, बोले पीछे भाग जाओ, फिजिक्स की किताब पढ़ो, हटो यहां से। अब नेता कह रहा है चलो फिजिक्स पढ़ो, केमिस्ट्री पढ़ो, भागो यहां से। वो दलित आज एट पार आ गया, डीएम है, कलेक्टर है, मिनिस्टर है। मुसलमानों को ऐसा कोई नेता मिला ही नहीं। मुसलमानों को सिर्फ भड़काने वाले नेता मिले। तुम्हारा धर्म खतरे में है, ये फिजिक्स की किताब जला के धर्म बचाने चले गए। एक आदमी ने धर्म छोड़ के फिजिक्स की किताब पढ़ी, वो आज समाज में सम्मानजनक स्थान है। किसी दलित को गाली देके देखो, सिर्फ गाली का मुंह बना दो, जिस तरह गाली देते हैं उस तरह से ऐसे ऐसे मुंह बना दो, वो थाने चला जाएगा कि जाति सूचक गाली दे रहे थे। सर कोई सुनवाई नहीं होगी उसके बाद आपकी, पहले आप अंदर जाएंगे, नॉन बेलेबल वारंट। इसी पे तो बवाल होता है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा था कि बिना मतलब साबित हुए किसी को ऐसे सजा थोड़ी दे सकते हैं, और 2 लाख रुपए जुर्माना। अप्रोच जो है, लीडरशिप, सोचने का तरीका सब बहुत मायने रखता है। मजदूर बहुत परेशान हुए। अब मैंने कहा ना कि किसी जो एवरेज माइंड है दुनिया में, एवरेज, वो अगर समस्या देखता कहता समस्या खत्म कर दो। एवरेज माइंड समस्या को खत्म करना चाहता है, ग्रेट माइंड उसे सॉल्व करना चाहता है। इसलिए बहुत जब समाज में जब जाहिल बढ़ जाते हैं तो नेता भी जाहिल हो जाता है, क्योंकि जाहिल पॉपुलेशन को जाहिल नेता ही अच्छा लगेगा। बीजेपी के किसी लीडर ने कहा कि जो भारत माता की जय नहीं कहेगा वो देश में नहीं रह सकता। अपनी माता को जय कहते ही नहीं हो तुम, भारत माता की कहां से कहोगे? आज अमेरिका के लोगों को अमेरिका पे गर्व है। क्यों? क्योंकि अमेरिका खाना दे रहा है, कपड़ा दे रहा है, एम्प्लॉयमेंट दे रहा है, सोशल सिक्योरिटी दे। किसी चीज पे आपको गर्व कब होता है? जब वो आपकी सारी सुविधाओं का ध्यान रखता है। आपके पापा ने आपको ऑडी खरीद ली कोचिंग जाने के लिए, 1 लाख रुपए महीना देते हैं, 20,000 देते हैं स्कॉच पीने का, साल में 2 बार 5-5 लाख रुपए देते हैं यूरोप टहलने का। अरे आप तो भजन गाओगे अपने पापा को लेकर कि इनकारनेशन है मेरा पापा। मुसलमानों को इस देश में कुछ मिला ही नहीं, कैसे कहें वंदे मातरम? अब तुम्हारे पापा ने तुम्हारा बाल शेव करवा दिया, कुर्ता पजामा पहना दिया, 10 रुपए की चप्पल पहना दी, तेल लगा दिया खूब सर में, और कहा महीने में 100 रुपया मिलेगा, कोचिंग निकल लो। अब तुम करो पापा के लिए जो है भजन गाओ, कहां से निकलेगा भजन? निकलेगा? तो इंडियन गवर्नमेंट को चिढ़ाने के लिए वो कहते हैं पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद। जब तुम्हें किसी से फायदा नहीं होता तो तुम उसको विरोधी को सपोर्ट करने लगते हो। तो हिंदुस्तान का मुसलमान कैसे मजा लेता है, सड़क पे आ जाए कहेगा पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद। तो आपने तो मुसलमानों को अपीस किया, कांग्रेस, समाजवादी, सब ने। फिर मार्क्स आया लुटाइट के बाद, उसने कहा नहीं नहीं ऐसी बात नहीं है, फैक्ट्री वैक्ट्री जलाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। इस समस्या का एक समाधान है। समाधान यह है कि एनीवन हु विल कंट्रोल द मीन्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, सारा खेल कहां है, मीन्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन में। प्री मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड में मेन मीन्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन क्या था, लैंड। कौन संभालता था, फ्यूडल लॉर्ड्स, तो वो राजा थे। मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड में मेन मीन्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन क्या है, इंडस्ट्री। कौन संभालता है, कैपिटलिस्ट। आज वो राजा है। जिसके पास भी पॉलिटिकल और इकोनॉमिक पावर नहीं होगा उसका एक्सप्लॉइटेशन होगा ही होगा। और वो कौन ग्रुप है, वर्किंग क्लास। खैर मार्क्स आया, मार्क्स ने लोगों को भड़काया, 1848 में कम्युनिस्ट मैनिफेस्टो दिया। लेकिन फिर यूरोप में एक नई घटना शुरू हो गई, यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ जर्मनी, इटली, एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा। लेकिन मजदूर तड़पते रहे, मजदूर आज तक तड़प रहा है, मजदूर तड़पते रहे। और जो मजदूरों का पहला धमाका पूरी दुनिया में हुआ वो रशिया में हुआ, रशियन रेवोल्यूशन ऑफ 1917। क्यों हुआ, कैसे हुआ, आज हम इन सारी कहानी को डिस्कस करेंगे। तो राइट डाउन द फर्स्ट हेडिंग, रशियन, नेक्स्ट हेडिंग, रशियन रेवोल्यूशन ऑफ 1917। रशियन रेवोल्यूशन ऑफ 1917। Three subheadings. Russian Revolution of 1917. Three subheadings. Reasons, phases, and evaluation. Reasons, phases, and evaluation. First heading, reasons. Now, as I said in the first revolution, when we were discussing American Revolution, that there are 5 eternal reasons. They will never change. For all revolutions, there are 5 eternal reasons. First reason, economy. Wherever there is a trouble, the main reason will be economy. Economic causes. Second, when economy will be in trouble, polity will be in trouble. Political causes. When polity, economy and polity will be in trouble, society will be in trouble. Social causes. Economic causes, political causes, social causes. But these common people, they generally don't understand what is the main reason for a trouble. So in every revolution there will be a class, intellectuals. Fourth reason, role of intellectuals. They play a very important role in awakening and awareness of the masses. Intellectuals. So we discussed about Benjamin Franklin in American Revolution, Thomas Paine, and then in French Revolution, Voltaire, Montesquieu, Rousseau, etc., etc. Similarly here, they are Russian intellectuals. Now when intellectuals will prepare the ground for revolution, everyone is ready. And then the fifth cause, immediate cause. the event which will give the spark. Immediate cause for the revolution. जैसे for example, revolt of 1857. What is the immediate cause? Greece Carthage. Greece Carthage is not the main cause. It's the immediate cause. First World War. What is the immediate cause? Killing of Archduke Ferdinand. That is not the main cause. The cause which gives the spark. Clear? Now write down the first heading, economic causes. Economy. Now, if you have prepared that chapter, national income in economy, so there are three pillars of national income. Primary sector, and in primary sector the most important sector, agriculture. Secondary sector, and in secondary sector the most important thing is industry. And then tertiary, and in tertiary sector, service sector. Banking, etc., they come in service sector. Primary. What is the main reason that indigenous industries of India are not gaining momentum? Local industries of India. And that is the reason. True. Correct. Any other reason? If the farmers of this country start maintaining a good per capita income, what is the percentage of farmers in India today? Approximately 55+%. If 55% people develop a good purchasing power, 55%. Saffola, olive oil. You go to the malls. Do you find any farmer coming into the mall and purchasing olive oil? No. Who's purchasing olive oil? Who's working in OnePlus, Adidas, Reebok? Yes or no? What is the biggest problem of India today? That a large part of agriculture is still under the control of feudalism. So when the large part of agriculture is still under the control of feudalism, the surplus of agriculture, instead of going in the hand of farmers, is going into the hand of. The primary sector is weak in India. When primary sector is weak, farmers are weak. When farmers are weak, 55% population, local demand is weak. When local demand is weak, indigenous industries. What is happening today in India? The same thing was in Russia. Agriculture was mainly under the control of feudal lords. You are getting it? Agriculture was mainly under the control of feudal lords. What was the outcome because of this? Farmers were suffering from poverty and landless laborers. Primary sector was in trouble. Secondary sector was developing. It was still not developed, it was developing. developing, and tertiary sector was in an infant stage. Infant. Tertiary sector depends upon what? Primary and secondary, and both are in trouble. So tertiary sector will also be in trouble, and this created the two big evils: poverty and unemployment. Poverty and unemployment. Clear? Economic causes. The biggest drawback for the country was poverty and unemployment. And if 60 to 70% people are unemployed in the nation, you can imagine what is going to happen in the nation. 60 to 70%. India is safe because of two places, Kota and Delhi. Nagpur will be the next place, Pune. There is no revolution taking place in India because of two places. One is Kota, other is Delhi. After 10 plus 2, 98% people are sent to Kota. You go and prepare for engineering. Most of the time the parents know that the person does not know the difference between physics and chemistry. But then also parents send. If they don't send, then the person will create the nuisance in the city. Early in the morning at 7 a.m. he will take out the bullet, written on the front of the bullet, Jai Maharashtra. And then he will roam in the entire city during the girls' college time. So they sent to Pune, Kota. Ki beta, engineering girl. Parents are safe. A person goes and stays there for 2-3 years in Kota, he comes back. There is so much reservation in this country. Because of reservation, I'm not getting in. And after 1 or 2 years in Kota, people start doing graduation. So when they come back after 3-4 years, graduation is completed. Parents are again alarmed कि अब कहाँ भेजें इसको? And then parents say, किसी Pawar Sahab son, 10th rank in IAS, getting married with the central minister's daughter. Everyone in the family is getting Audi and Mercedes. And you, Changiz Khan of my family? And then the person takes the bag and baggage, touches the feet of the father, and leaves for Delhi. कि बाबूजी, आप कलेक्टर बनकर ही आएंगे. And once you go to Delhi at the age of 21, then you cannot come back. When you went to Kota, you were 14-15 years of age. तो आप बच्चे में आते थे, 21, and before leaving for Delhi, you will knock every door and inform, okay, I am going to prepare for IAS. If you return back, people will not allow you to live. They will give you certain nicknames, कि ये commissioner साहब आ रहे. After going to Delhi, coming to Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad for preparation of IAS, then you have only two options. One is Mussoorie, other is Haridwar. A country is facing financial crisis. See the situation. Country is facing financial crisis. And in this scenario, when country is facing financial crisis because of the disorder in national income, Tsar Nicholas II decides to participate in the Second World War. See the condition of the country. Your father is a contractor of railway in Pune, and every year he gets the contract of 500 crores. 500 crores, and then he keeps cavalcades, 20 Fortuners, 40 Scorpio, 50 Nova with rifle and double barrel and carbine and magazine. So you are earning 500 crore per year. You are spending 5 crore on this paraphernalia. Your father is a clerk. Will you be able to do this? No? No? And then you are not able to do this, plus your friend's father, who's a contractor, he's going for a contract, shootout is taking place, you are also participating. FIR is filed on your name also. You are arrested and your house is confiscated, auctioned. This happened. Russia's economy was already in disorder, right? In the beginning of 20th century, economic causes. In the beginning of 20th century, Russian economy was already in national income. In the beginning of 20th century, national income in Russia was already in disorder. National income in Russia was already in disorder. National income in Russia was already in disorder, and in this scenario, national income in Russia was already in disorder, and Russia was suffering from acute poverty and unemployment. And Russia was suffering from acute poverty and unemployment. In this situation, when economy was in crisis, Tsar Nicholas II committed the blunder of participating in First World War. Tsar Nicholas II committed the blunder of participating in First World War. Tsar Nicholas II committed the blunder of participating in First World War. And in this scenario, the disaster of 1916, invokes disaster. And in this scenario, the disaster of 1916 proved harmful for Tsar and Russia. Invokes disaster of 1916. And in this scenario, the disaster of 1916 proved harmful for Tsar and Russia. Tsar and Russia. Disaster of 1916. Draw it. Disaster of 1916. Siberia, steppes, Arctic Ocean, Western Russia. This is a grassland. Sorry, this is a cold desert. This is North Pole, covered with snow. This is grassland. So the only useful area of Russia was the area of agriculture and industry. Western Russia, the area of agriculture and industry. And in 1916, right? In 1916, Germany occupied Western Russia. In 1916, Germany occupied Western Russia. Leading to the closing down of industries, and also creating food shortage. In this scenario, 1916 proved to be a big setback for the old order in Russia. Because the decision of monarchy brought Russia in darkness. Clear? Economic causes. Country was already in economic crisis. In that economic crisis, blunder of 1914, and in 1916, the only area of agriculture and industry is occupied by creating darkness in Russia, unemployment and shortage of food. This economic crisis led to political crisis. Collapse of administrative and political order. State is not having money. You are not able to pay to the administrative staff, army. Who is going to give you the service? The collapse of administrative and political order, plus incompetent ruler. Tsar Nicholas II, with dangerous advisors. Akbar is great because Akbar listens to his advisors, who are great. Todermal, Man Singh, Birbal. Every time we are not correct. I am speaking from here. But it's not that every time I am correct. There may be a time I may be wrong. You have a right to raise the hand. Yes, sir, you are wrong. And if you are giving me the evidence, I have to accept it. There is nothing called ego in this world. Learning is a lifelong process. In case any of you got enlightened tomorrow, Nirmala, and you became Ma Shri Shri Shri, and you started giving pravachan on Atma and soul and liberation, there is a possibility I may come and sit in your seminar. Ki Ma, हमें भी बताओ. No. Yes. It's a possibility. No one is omniscient in this world. Learning is a lifelong process. You can learn from anyone. Guru Dattatreya, he learned from natural agents. Guru Dattatreya, don't collect the things, good things like bees. Otherwise, a day will come when people will come, break your hive and take away the honey. So from bees he learns that aparigraha is a very important natural part of life. Why you are saving the thing? This he learns from bees. They collect the nectar from flowers, then they make the honey, they do the labor, they collect the honey in the hive, and finally what happens? When the hive is full of honey, they are never able to consume that honey. You can learn from anyone. And I don't know why, what is the enjoyment of God? Although I believe that He must also be wanting some recreation. And one of His important recreation is कि people with noble mind in a common family, Dr. Ambedkar. And people with common mind in a noble family. ये his wife Zarina. चलो आपका दिमाग काम नहीं करता, your mind is not working properly, very good. You should have a right advisor. When the war started, First World War started, Lenin wrote a letter to him कि sir, it's a matter of ठेकेदारी. These contractors, big contractors, they are fighting for contract. Germany, Britain, America, they are contractors, sir. We are clerk. This war is not for us. Yes or no? He wrote a letter to him. Ki sir, this war is a war of the capitalist nation for colonies. We are still developing. So we have to pay attention on what? Development. We cannot participate in this war. ये हमारे लिए नहीं है sir. But then he said, "Yare, we are the old contractors. If any problem has taken place in Europe, we have interfered in that problem. It's a matter of our mustaches." And to protect the mustaches, he lost his tail. मूंछ बचाने के चक्कर में पूंछ चली गई. और फिर साथ के लोग, लॉ ऑफ टेम्परेचर पता है ना? लॉ ऑफ टेम्परेचर. What is law of temperature? Law of temperature is that temperature moves from high to low. If the temperature of Pune becomes -1, you will wear the sweater. Why? Because your body temperature is high in comparison to the outside temperature. So if you go out in t-shirt, you are wearing a t-shirt, roaming on the streets -1 temperature, and your entire heat goes into the atmosphere. And then you are holding a cigarette and standing. Finish. Your game is over. Many people die in winters. Many people die in winters in Delhi and North India in order to become Singham. A thin t-shirt and then sitting on the bullet and black specs. कि यार हमें ठंड थोड़ी लगती. ठंड उनको लगती नहीं, उन्हें मार डालती है. Law of temperature is very dangerous. If the people around you is of low temperature, you are preparing for IS, and your room partner cries throughout the day, I will give SSC also, I will do MBA also, next year I will join law. Every day he will suck out your temperature, every day. You will never understand why you are in depression. Jahangir said to Akbar, I am in love with the girl. Akbar said, very good. Aristocracy has only two things to do, love and administration. Carry on. He said, no, it's a tectonic love. Akbar said, tectonic? ये कौन सा love है? I said, carry on, tectonic, carry on. He said, no, I want to marry that girl. Akbar said, name? He said, Anarkali. बोला वो, अरे बोला बेटा, you are a crown prince, crown. Your territory is from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Gujarat to northeast. Tomorrow you will be the emperor. Every day will be a challenge. With those challenges when you will come back to your wife and you will narrate the challenges, what she will do? She will stand up and dance. ये मेरा लहंगा बड़ा है महंगा. Anarkali was given safe passage and Jahangir was beaten. Later on, Jahangir was married to Noor Jahan. She was a daughter of Iranian noble. When you read that NCERT, Vipin Satish Chandra, you'll find a separate heading, Noor Jahan. And when Jahangir was imprisoned by his own noble Mahabat Khan in Kashmir, Noor Jahan takes the military expedition and brings back Jahangir from Kashmir, and Jahangir writes in his autobiography. Only two Mughal rulers have written autobiography. One is Babur, other is Jahangir. And Jahangir writes in his autobiography that my father was correct. You are coterie. The people with whom you sit, dine, wine, they should be very dangerous. They should be very dangerous. You want to qualify IAS, they want to contest the election of member of parliament. You want to beat someone, they want to kill. Whenever you will be with the people of high temperature, your temperature will always be maintained. His advisor, Rashputin, magician in the court. And his wife Zarina was under the influence of Rashputin. Throughout the day he used to show magic in the court. Throughout the day Rashputin. And throughout the day Zarina used to scream in the court. Aur dikhao. Magic. अब इस तरह के अगर तुम्हारे एडवाइजर होंगे, एक तो तुम्हारा दिमाग वैसे ही खराब है, your mind is not functioning properly, and then you are advised by the people with the absent mind. You can imagine what is going to happen with you, right? The condition in Russia was critical. And Tsar Nicholas II, condition in Russia was critical, and Tsar Nicholas II was unable to handle the situation. Tsar Nicholas II was unable to handle the situation. Along with this, his biggest drawback was his advisors like Rashputin. His biggest drawback was his advisors like Rashputin, who failed to show him the right path. Clear? Third point, social crisis. Social crisis. The important organs of the society: capitalist class, middle class, working class, peasants. Now, Russian political order changes in 1905 when Duma comes into existence. Russian parliament. I'll discuss in the next point how Duma came into existence. Who is the representative of the old order? Monarchy. Who is the representative of the new order? Parliament. 1905 parliament comes into power in Russia, but then after some time it became ineffective. And when it became ineffective, the king came under the command of the old autocracy. And that was against the interest of the capitalist class of Russia. Capitalist class were suffering. Economy was changing in 19th century from feudal to capitalist economy. But with the change in economy, with the same pace, society and polity was not changing. And this was the pain for middle class. You go to Mumbai, economy has changed. With the change in economy, society has also changed. You see the condition of women in Mumbai. With the change of economy, if polity and society will not change, middle class will be upset. He won't be able to adjust himself with the changes. Working class, there was no protection for working class. They was tortured by the unbridled capitalist class, and farmers were suffering from a very dangerous phenomena called bastard feudalism. Bastard feudalism. Listen, then I'll dictate. Bastard feudalism. If you combine executive and judiciary, the two powers in one person, will it be dangerous? Yes. Russian farmers have suffered under serfdom for thousands of years. Serf means slave, worse than slave. Tsar Alexander II removes serfdom in Russia. But when he removes serfdom, he loses the support of the autocracy, old aristocracy. So Tsar Nicholas I appoints land captains in villages. And these land captains has both the powers, executive and judiciary. And because of that, if the farmers did not listen to the dictations of feudal lords, these land captains destroyed their life. And this structure of land captain was called as bastard. Every section of Russia was crying. Every section, right? Although the Russian parliament Duma came into power in 1905, existence, don't write power. Although the Russian parliament Duma came into existence in 1905, but then after some time it became ineffective. And king again came under the influence of the old aristocracy. And this was a setback to the interest of old aristocracy, and this was the setback to the interest of the capitalist class in Russia. Setback to the interest of the capitalist class in Russia. The pace with which economy was changing, in the beginning of 20th century, with the same pace, society and polity was not changing in Russia. With the same pace, society and polity was not changing in Russia, and this was the pain for whom? Middle class. And this was the pain for middle class. Pain for middle class. Example, the tax paying section was still missing what? Representation in the government. The tax paying section was still missing representation in the government. France वाला केस याद है ना? Tax paying section was still missing representation in the government. Working class was exploited by the uncontrolled capitalist class. Working class was exploited by the uncontrolled capitalist class. And the farmers were in Russia, farmers underline, and the farmers in Russia, were suffering from bastard feudalism. Inbox. Farmers in Russia were suffering from bastard feudalism. Bastard feudalism. Serfdom. Serfdom. Serfdom was the curse for the agricultural workers in pre-modern Russia. Was the curse for agricultural workers in pre-modern Russia. Tsar Alexander II abolished it. Tsar Alexander II abolished it, but then Tsar Nicholas I with the objective to get the support of the rural aristocracy. Tsar Nicholas I, with the objective to get the support of the rural aristocracy, appointed land captains. Please inbox, very important. Appointed land captains. These officers in rural areas has executive and judicial powers. These officers in rural areas had executive and judicial powers. Executive and judicial powers, and they became the pain for the farmers. They became the pain for farmers when they tried to protect the interest of the rural aristocracy at any cost. They became the pain for farmers when they tried to protect the interest of rural aristocracy at any cost. In this way, economy, polity, society in Russia. In this way, economy, polity, society in Russia were in trouble. Economy, polity, society in Russia were in trouble. And in this scenario, society in Russia were in trouble, and in this scenario, intellectuals played the important role of, and in this scenario, intellectuals, revolutionaries, and people's movement. Underline all the three words. And in this scenario, intellectuals, revolutionaries, and people's movement played a very important role of awakening and awareness among the masses. Awakening and awareness among the masses. So fourth point, role of intellectuals, revolutionaries and people's movement. Role of intellectuals, revolutionaries and people's movement. So factual point, just write it down. Under intellectuals, Maxim Gorky. Maxim Gorky and his novel Mother. Maxim Gorky and his novel Mother. Leo Tolstoy and his novel War and Peace are of great importance. Leo Tolstoy and his novel War and Peace are of great importance. Along with them, nihilism. Nihilism. Played a very crucial role in awakening the masses in Russia. Nihilism played a very crucial role in awakening the masses in Russia. Nihilism, inbox nihilism. In which year the first revolutionary movements start in India? First revolutionary movement took place in Pune. 1897, murder of Rand. First revolutionary terrorism in India in which phase? 1905 to 1915. Khudiram Bose, Prafulla Chaki. What is their way of working? What is their way of working? 1924, HRA. There is an organization. There is an ideology of the organization. But in 1905, you will not find ideology and organization. Why? 80% people are illiterate. Suffering from poverty, how you will form the organization and give the ideology? So in the first phase of revolutionary terrorism, the objective, the style of working is assassinating the malign officers. Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chaki attacked Kingsford, the notorious judge of Muzaffarpur. Assassinating whom? Maligned. Not everyone. Maligned. Rand was a maligned officer. Attack on Harding, 1911. Chandni Chowk incident. Attack on maligned officers. And when you are attacking the maligned officers, the state is alarmed. And when you will attack, you will be caught. Capital punishment. People will also be alarmed. So the gang which was active in India from 1905 to 1915, what was the philosophy? Targeting whom? Maligned officers. Same philosophy. Targeting maligned officers to awaken the government and people, right? Nihilism. Large part of Russia was suffering from poverty and illiteracy. Large part of Russia was suffering from poverty and illiteracy. And in this situation, nihilist movement which believed in the assassination of maligned officers. Which believed in the assassination of maligned officers. Maligned, underline, maligned officers played very important role. Played very important role in awakening the people and the government. Played very important role in awakening the people and the government. The most important aspect of awakening and awareness was Nordic movement in Russia. Most important aspect of awakening and awareness was Nordic movement in Russia. Nordic, underline, Nordic movement in Russia. It was the people's movement. Nordic movement in Russia, it was the people's movement. It was the people's movement with the core objective to awaken and aware the masses. Awaken and aware the masses. In this way, the ground was prepared for unrest in Russia. Ground was prepared for unrest in Russia. And in such circumstances, the mistakes of Tsar Nicholas II, provided the spark in Russia. Mistakes of Tsar Nicholas II provided the spark in Russia. So, fifth point, immediate cause. Immediate cause, mistakes of Tsar Nicholas II. Mistakes of Tsar Nicholas II. Clear? Reasons are clear. Economy, polity, society, intellectuals. So second heading, phases of Russian Revolution. हाँ? इसी में करेंगे ना डिस्कस फेजेस में. Phases of Russian Revolution. First phase, emergence of Soviet as a power center. Soviet. Who emerged as a power center in France? National Assembly. Emergence of Soviet as a power center, first phase. Second phase, provisional government. Provisional government. Third phase, emergence of Lenin. Emergence of Lenin. And fourth phase, Bolshevik Revolution. Bolshevik Revolution. Four phases of Russian Revolution. Write down the first heading, emergence of Soviet as a power center. First point. Emergence of Soviet as a power center. Now listen. 1914 World War starts. Russia was already facing financial, economic crisis. Russia was a developing country. And when the World War starts, 1916, I told you, Germany occupied Western Russia. Western Russia was the area of agriculture and industry. When Germany occupied Western Russia, food shortage in Russia and unemployment. And then the workers gathered around the palace of Tsar Nicholas II, demanding bread. Now when you have done the mistake, then you will give the solution. तो workers gathered around the palace of Tsar Nicholas II demanding bread. कि सर खाना दे दो. गलती आपने की है. You have done the mistake. What Tsar did? Tsar sends the army to suppress the people. एक तो आपने बदतमीजी की, ऊपर से you are sending the army to suppress the people. And who's a soldier? A farmer in uniform. He is not getting proper salary for 2 years, 14 to 16. He is not having proper arms and ammunition. He is not having proper dress. He is not having proper food. Soldier is also frustrated. Plus his family members are standing outside the palace and you are asking him to shoot his family members. Army sided with the people. Army sided with the people. That was a big message to Tsar Nicholas II. His condition is not good. He should have taken a lesson from that. But instead of learning from this mistake, he sends Probensky, the royal bodyguards, to go and suppress both the group. They also sided with the people. And this was called as March Revolution of 1917. End of what? The status of monarchy. End of the status of monarchy. Who became the new power center? Soviet. Army sided with the Soviet, right? First point. In 1914, Russia was already facing financial crisis, economic. In 1914, Russia was already in economic crisis. Russia was already in economic crisis. And in this scenario, when Germany occupied Western Russia, in this scenario when Germany occupied Western Russia in 1916, Germany occupied Western Russia in 1916, the area of agriculture and industry. When Germany occupied Western Russia in 1916, the area of agriculture and industry, the trouble started in Russia. The trouble started in Russia. Shortage of food and unemployment. Shortage of food and unemployment led to the gathering of the people. Shortage of food and unemployment led to the gathering of the people around the palace of Tsar Nicholas II. Shortage of food and unemployment led to the gathering of the people around the palace of Tsar Nicholas II, demanding what? Bread from their ruler. Demanding bread from their ruler. Tsar Nicholas sends the army to suppress the people. Tsar Nicholas sends the army to suppress the people, and the disappointed and demoralized soldiers sided with the people. Disappointed and demoralized soldiers sided with the people. Tsar, instead of Learning from his mistake, Tsar, instead of learning from his mistake, sends Probenski, the royal bodyguards. Sends Probenski, the royal bodyguards, to suppress both the group. Sends Probenski, the royal bodyguards, to suppress both the group, and they also sided with the people. And they also sided with the people. This ended the status of monarchy in Russia. This ended the status of monarchy in Russia. Tsar Nicholas II left the throne. Tsar Nicholas II left the throne for his brother Michael. Left the throne for his brother Michael, but he refused to take the charge. But he refused to take the charge. This led to the formation of provisional government in Russia. This led to the formation of provisional government in Russia. Second, provisional government. Provisional government. Clear? What was Soviet? Union of different groups. Farmers Soviet, workers Soviet, soldiers Soviet. Soviet means union of different groups. But workers, farmers, soldiers, they lacked experience of administration and polity. And in 1905, when Russia was defeated by Japan, that led to a big development in Russia, birth of Duma, that is Russian Parliament. Russian Parliament. But Russian Parliament has become ineffective after some time. But it was present. It was ineffective, but it was present. And then Soviet allied with Duma. And that led to the formation of provisional government in Russia. Right? Soviet in alliance with Duma, the Russian Parliament. Soviet in alliance with Duma, the Russian Parliament, led to the formation of provisional government in Russia. Led to the formation of provisional government in Russia. Mensheviks or moderates. Mensheviks or moderates were dominant in this group, in this government. Mensheviks or moderates were dominant in this government. And the famous leader was Alexander Kerensky. And their famous leader was Alexander Kerensky. Menshevik. Who was dominant in provisional government? Mensheviks. Who are Mensheviks? 1885, a party was formed in India, Indian National Congress. 1887, a party was formed in Russia, Social Democrats. 1907, INC got divided into two parts, moderates and extremists. Moderates wanted constitutional reforms and extremists wanted self-rule. Same thing here. 1905, when Russia got defeated by Japan, this party got divided into two groups. Mensheviks. Menshevik means moderates. They wanted constitutional reforms. And Bolsheviks means extremists. They wanted self-rule. So in March Revolution of 1917, when monarchy, status of monarchy came to an end, who came into power? Mensheviks. Who were Mensheviks? Moderates. What they wanted? Constitutional reforms. अब गवर्नमेंट तो बन गई. अब इस गवर्नमेंट की सबसे खतरनाक बात ये थी, राइट, द मोस्ट चैलेंजिंग एस्पेक्ट ऑफ दिस गवर्नमेंट वाज the most challenging aspect of this government was challenging. The most challenging aspect of this government was it derived its strength. It derived its strength from Soviet. But got acceptance from the capitalist powers. Very important, underline this line. This government derived its strength from Soviet and got acceptance from. अब ये गवर्नमेंट किसकी नींव पे खड़ी थी? सोवियत. Who Soviet? Working class. Who gave the acceptance to this government? The capitalist countries. Now this government has to satisfy the interest of two opposite groups, working class and capitalist. And it is not possible for everyone. ये सब गांधी जी के लिए पॉसिबल है. दुनिया में हर आदमी को खुश रखना मुलायम सिंह यादव, मायावती नहीं रख पाई. Mulayam Singh Yadav is a politician in India who has no opponent in this country. In every party he has friends. मोदी जी हमारे, मोदी जी दोस्त हमारे. इस बार पार्लियामेंट में बोल दिए थे वो कि आई वांट मोदी टू बिकम द प्राइम मिनिस्टर अगेन. बोले मोदी जी हमारे दोस्त. ये पर्सनालिटी बहुत खतरनाक होती है, टैलेंटेड भी होती है. To maintain friendship with two opposite groups. जैसे मदर इन लॉ और डॉटर इन लॉ में झगड़ा है, सास बहू में, तो आप दोनों के साथ दोस्ती करके नहीं रह सकते. और अगर आप रहते हैं तो फिर आप खलीफा हैं, फिर तो आप हैं, आपकी कोई वही नहीं. अब इस गवर्नमेंट को, दिस गवर्नमेंट हैड टू सेटिस्फाई द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ two opposite groups, and in this background the decisions of the government proved fatal for the government, right? In this background, the decisions of the government, which background? To satisfy the interest of two opposite groups. In this background, you have written this line, this government has to satisfy the interest of two opposite groups. No, right? No, you have written the challenge for the government and got acceptance from capitalist powers. Okay, right. The important challenge for the government was to satisfy the interest of two opposite groups. The important challenge for the government was to satisfy the interest of two opposite groups. In this scenario, the decisions of the government in this scenario, the decisions of the government proved fatal for the government. Fatal for the government. Example, first decision. The government decided to continue the war. The government decided to continue the war because that was in the interest of capitalist powers. But it was against the interest of Soviet working class. Second, the National Assembly came into power in France. What was its first step? Constitution, right? They failed to invite the Constituent Assembly. They failed to invite the Constituent Assembly as they were afraid. They failed to invite the Constituent Assembly as they were afraid that the assembly will be dominated by the Soviet. As they were afraid that the assembly will be dominated by the Soviet and the constitution will turn towards the philosophy of communism and socialism. The assembly will be dominated by the Soviet and the constitution will be turned towards what? Socialism and communism. Third, they neglected economic reforms. They neglected economic reforms. Again, the fear was of Soviet. Right? Again, the fear was of Soviet. Fourth, they remained silent on the fate of monarchy. They remained silent on the fate of monarchy. These controversial decisions in spite of solving the situation, increased the tension in Russia. These controversial decisions, in spite of solving the situation, increased tension in Russia, preparing the ground for the emergence of Lenin in Russia. Preparing the ground for the emergence of Lenin in Russia. Emergence of Lenin, third phase. Emergence of Lenin. Clear? अब तुम कह रहे हो कि वॉर नहीं खत्म होगा. Provisional government is saying we will continue to participate in the war. If you will continue to participate in the war, Germany will occupy Western Russia. Your shortage of food and unemployment will not come to an end. And that is your main problem. You will not call Constituent Assembly. Means you are not deciding what will be the future. Again the people are in suspicion. You are not doing economic reforms. Working class is again in suspicion. And the monarchy, which has become the tension for the masses, you are not taking decision on that monarchy. So the decisions of provisional government increased confusion and conflict in Russia. Same condition, which was the condition during the time of Napoleon. Confusion and कॉन्फ्लिक्ट। देखो कंट्री में इस वक्त जो कंट्री की कंडीशन है ना, वो कंडीशन ऐसी है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जैसे लोगों के लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी है। कंफ्यूजन एंड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इन द कंट्री, और केजरीवाल के लिए अपॉर्चुनिटी है। ही इज कमिंग बैक इन दिल्ली। इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल जीरो, एजुकेशन इंप्रूव्ड, और पब्लिक को क्या चाहिए? You ask your friends living in Rajendra Nagar, their electricity bill, huh? And for a student who's getting 20,000, 15,000, 11,000, 12,000, 2,000 as the electricity bill was a burden. Women transport free. कहीं भी किटी पार्टी बनाओ जाके। A 50% voter is women. बिजली फ्री, पानी फ्री, एजुकेशन, मेडिकल फैसिलिटी, और क्या चाहिए? तुमको चाहिए तो तुम्हें तो आईएएस बन जाओगे तो दे देगी गवर्नमेंट वैसे ही। फ्री हो रही जैसे ट्रेन में होता विकलांगों के लिए फ्री, ऐसे फ्री के लिए कोई डिमेरिट होना, ड्रॉबैक होना बड़ा जरूरी होता है। औरतों के लिए फ्री इसलिए दिया उसने कि भाई सैलरी कम होती है, वर्किंग क्लास है, बहुत सारी वर्कें जो औरतें जो जॉब करती हैं तो 7,000 8,000 की जॉब करती हैं, तो अब अगर 2,000 रुपये उनका आने जाने का कन्वेंस हो जाएगा तो वो बच जाएगा उनका। भाई हर औरत को 40,000 रुपये तनख्वाह थोड़ी मिल रही, 20,000 थोड़ी मिल रही, लेकिन फ्री बहुत सारे लोगों को है। थर्ड जेंडर को फ्री है, जो नर है न नारी उसको भी फ्री है। कौन पैसा लेगा उससे? तो बड़े सारे रास्ते फ्री के, ऐसी दिक्कत की बात नहीं है, लेकिन तुम तो आईएएस बनने जा रहे हो तो वैसे फ्री मिलेगा। Tension in a society and a nation is always an opportunity for a talented person to rise. Tension. Lenin, very great personality of modern world history. Thinker, philosopher, humanist. His brother Alexander was a nihilist, elder brother. He took the pistol, stood in front of the Tsar to kill Tsar, but possibly his pistol was from Kanpur Ordnance Factory. It did not fire. And now you just imagine you are holding a pistol in front of the Prime Minister of a country and the pistol is not firing. And then he started smiling. Sorry, sir. His brother was caught and hanged. And whenever a family member, your family member will be caught in an anti-national activity, entire family has to pay the price for it. University, college, hospital, society, everywhere this man was facing the challenge. कि देशद्रोही का बेटा, देशद्रोही का भाई. Finally, he leaves Russia, takes shelter in Zurich, Switzerland. वहाँ चला गया बंदा. When the World War started, he wrote the letter I told you to Tsar Nicholas II कि sir please आप मत आइएगा sir, this war is not for you. पर Tsar ने सुना ही नहीं. That led to the March Revolution of 1917 when provisional government came into power, and the controversial decision of provisional government increased the tension in Russia. And then Lenin came out with his proposals. Right. Lenin was a thinker, philosopher, humanist, revolutionary. And the crisis in Russia proved to be a grand opportunity for him. Crisis in Russia proved to be the grand opportunity for him. In a situation when the decisions of provisional government increased the confusion and conflict in Russia, Lenin's proposal proved to be the motivating force in Russia. Proposal proved to be the motivating force. Write down a small heading, Lenin's proposals. First proposal, immediate end of war. Immediate end of war if Bolsheviks will come into power. Immediate end of war, immediate end of war if Bolsheviks will come into power. Second, management and regulation of industries will be in the hand of working class. Management and regulation of industries will be in the hand of working class. Management and regulation. Third, production and distribution in the nation will be controlled by the state. Production and distribution in the nation will be controlled by the state. So people said, who will be the state? He said, Soviet will be the state. Soviet will be the state under the guidance of whom? Communist International. Soviet will be the state under the guidance of Communist International. Under the guidance of Communist International. Now, when I was discussing Abraham Lincoln, I told you a formula. The success of a revolt, revolution and movement depends upon two things. A strong outside support. A strong outside support. And a strong inside support. You remember? Now see the first point. Immediate end of war if Bolsheviks will come into power. Lenin proposal which year? 1917. 1917. Russia attacked US in which year? Germany attacked US in which year? 1917. Connect करना, ध्यान दो इस पे. Lenin's proposal 1917. Germany attacked US 1917. And if Russia will go out of war, German forces will be free from Russian front. And Germany will be able to use that force against US. So this proposal was in the interest of Germany. When Germany will leave Russia, that will end the shortage of food and it will end unemployment. This will be in the interest of people. Russia is a developing country. तो majority population 70 to 80% population is working class. Who will be the state? Clear? So Lenin got the strong support of Germany and Lenin got the strong support of masses. Clear? Right. Fourth point, Bolshevik Revolution of 1917. Bolshevik Revolution of 1917. Lenin's proposal was in the interest of Germany. Lenin's proposal was in the interest of Germany and also in the interest of the majority population in Russia. And also in the interest of the majority population in Russia. So Lenin got the support of Germany and Russia. Lenin got the support of Germany and Russia. In this scenario, Lenin returns back to Russia with the backing of Germany. In this scenario, Lenin returns back to Russia with the backing of Germany. And tried to replace the government in center at the first stage. And tried to replace the government in the center at the first stage. Replace the government at the center in the first stage, but the attempt of General Kornilov in September 1917 compelled Lenin to be underground. Attempt of General Kornilov compelled Lenin to be underground. Kornilov tried for the military coup in Russia. Kornilov tried for the military coup in Russia. Lenin went underground. Military coup, COUP. Lenin went underground and organized Soviet from bottom to the top. Organized Soviet from bottom to the top. On 7th November 1917, on 7th November 1917, he gave the slogan, November 1917, he gave the slogan, peace, prosperity and development. He gave the slogan, peace, prosperity and development. And with the help of Soviet, he occupied the government. With the help of the Soviet, he occupied the political and administrative order of Russia. With the help of the Soviet, he occupied the political and administrative order of Russia from bottom to the top. He occupied the administrative and political order of Russia from bottom to the top. and this was called as Bolshevik Revolution of 1917. Bolshevik or March Revolution of 1917. Bolshevik or November Revolution of 1917. What happened here? End of the status of monarchy. End of the status of monarchy in Russia. What happened here? Communism was victorious in Russia. Communism was victorious in Russia.